Well, I got to day 4.
Just so I can show you what's gonna
I'm
happen.
scared. It was a little nerve-wracking at times, but Johnny is a great instructor. He's there with you. He's my safety net.
2 strokes, 2 breaths. 2 strokes, 2 breaths. Now dismount. Swimming all on your own. Swimming all by yourself. Congratulations.
By all means, if you have any problems with swimming, hesitation about the water, this is the man to come to. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy.
Hey guys, Jonny Rocket here with a brand new series with a beginner. It's a 4-day series, 2 hours each day. We're gonna teach her how to swim. Ada is coming to us from Florida. Thankfully, she survived the recent hurricane. Our thoughts and prayers to everyone who has been affected by that. But she's here to learn how to swim. She knows how to float on her back pretty well, but she can't do anything else. This is the story she's already told me, and then I'm gonna let her tell her story to you. So we're gonna teach her the 4 B's necessary to swim, and then she'll be a swimmer even after day probably 2. If you find these videos helpful, splash the like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and thank you to all our members who make it possible for us to live our dream each and every month. Check out our merch over on the website and follow us on the other social media platforms for shorter tips and clips throughout the week. After we hear from Ada, let's just dive right into it.
Hi, my name is Ada. I'm from the Sunshine State. I saw Johnny on YouTube and said he's the guy for me, and I'm saying that because I've had 3 professional lessons in prior years, not too far long ago, and failed on every single one of them. The best I came out with was floating on my back. So when I saw his YouTube, and saw how he interacted with his clients and the personal attention he gave to them, he's right there with you step by step, correcting you as you go along, very easy instructions. I said, that's the guy for me. So I'm here today. I know it's an investment. I told him already, he has his work cut out for him. But he assures me that I'm going to come out of here swimming. So let's hope he's right.
All right, so the 4 keys to swimming. They all start with the letter B. Buoyancy, breathing, balance, body line. We're gonna start with buoyancy. There are 3 keys to buoyancy. The first one is air in your lungs. If you have air in your chest, you're gonna float. You cannot sink if there's air in your chest. The second key is surface area. So we spread out. Now we don't need to spread out like this. If you're just tall like a soldier, that works too. The third key to buoyancy is momentum or speed. You need to be moving. So kicking, paddling, and I'm not gonna make her just do all 3 of those things at once. In fact, what I'm gonna do is actually redevelop her relationship with water first. What I want you to feel when you're in water is when you stay low, you're a lot lighter. Put your arms out to the side like this, as if you're making like a trapezoid in front of you. Now, raise your whole body up out of the water without moving your arms. Do you feel how heavy your arms just got? Okay, everything that comes above the water takes on 12 times its weight. So when you stay low in water, you're almost weightless. And I can already see her bouncing her feet off the bottom of the pool. That would be what I want my students doing if they're beginners. Practicing bouncing their feet up off the bottom, getting used to realizing they're weightless. Water keeps you up if you've got air in your lungs. It doesn't sink you. Pretty cool, right? So I'm sure she already knew all of that and how it keeps you up in that from watching my videos. Fantastic. So the next thing we're gonna have her do is take a deep breath, and I wanna see her be able to put her face in the water, but I want you to put your goggles on first. Good, good. Hey, nice. You didn't come up choking on water or anything. Awesome. So the next thing about buoyancy I want you to realize is it's like being in space, okay? So you're like an astronaut. What I'm gonna have her do next is I'm gonna have her lay her head back into my hands, and then I'm gonna make her take a deep breath in, and she's gonna feel her feet just come off the bottom. They come off the bottom all on their own just from taking a deep breath in. You don't have to try. Now she said she can already float on her back, so this shouldn't be too big a problem for her. Lay your head back. Now take a deep breath in. Your feet come right up. Now she's floating, good. I'm gonna stand up. She's floating all on her own, that's nice. Not for very long, but that's okay. I'm gonna get you kicking soon, and then you'll be floating a lot longer. But the next natural step in the progression is now to teach you how to come off from being on your back. to dismount. Because a lot of people get here and they go, what do I do now? How do I get back? How do I get back? And they'll panic. We don't want you to panic. So to sit up in the water, to stand up in the water from floating on your back, you lean forward and sit down at the same time. So I sit down with my hips as I draw my knees in and lean forward, and then I can stand right up. Now I might need to use my arms to twirl a little bit. So watch again. I'm on my back. I draw my knees in as I sit down, but this time watch my hands. Okay, I start with them behind me and then I pull down on the water through my hips, back up to the surface. What I'm doing is I'm changing my weight. I'm changing my hips from being in front to being behind. Good. I like how easily you float, you're weightless. Now to dismount, draw the knees in, lean forward, and oh, beautiful. I'm not gonna help her on her next try because that was amazing. That was amazing, good job. That was incredible.
I knew you were there, I could feel you.
You were, okay, that was awesome.
That's my security blanket.
I am the security blanket, I understand. That's why I encourage a lot of you, email me if you want your own lessons in person. I'll change your life. Can you help me back?
Where are you?
I'm there.
Okay. I don't know where you are.
Mm-hmm. Each time I give you a little bit less context so that you're doing more on your own. Good. Okay, get ready to draw the knees in and use your arms. Good. Nice. If you find that you didn't get all the way through, do a second twirl. Okay, it's okay to use your arms more than once. Right, you might get here and you might not be centered yet, and if you try to stand up, you might slip backwards. If you find yourself there, do a second twirl. All right. Now, try to time to ball up and then use your arms more than once. Good. Good. So simple, right? So easy. I just like it. I made it look easy. Yes. But it might not be.
The confidence is not there yet.
That's okay. The beauty about the back dismount is that you're going to do dozens and dozens of them throughout the course of these 4 days. Because when we put fins on, all of a sudden, you can't dismount on your belly anymore because you'll trip on the fins and fall forward. Now I'm going to teach her how to start kicking just lightly, because when you're on your back, you don't want to splash. Because if you splash, you're going to splash your face. Don't splash. Don't be a crazy person, all right? Stay underwater, stay calm, stay quiet, and stretch out tall.
Where are your arms at?
My arms are underwater by my side, and I'm waving goodbye to my feet. What I'm really doing is I'm pushing water down, which helps boost my hips up. Keeps my belly up. When you're on your back, chin up, belly up, legs down. The way you start yourself on your back is you're gonna lower yourself as low as possible, chin up to the sky, and then lean back until your legs extend. Deep breath in, and then start kicking off the bottom. Now I'll help you the first time, but you're gonna be able to start yourself from your back from now on because it's the most buoyant position. So start leaning back. Now deep breath in, extend, and kick. Look at you. Arms by your side. Now dismount. Now stand up.
Wait a second.
Draw the knees in when you're ready. Twirl the arms, lean forward. Excellent. Excellent. So now, worst case scenario, you fell into water, even though it would take a ton of practice till you're confident. She now knows how to get herself to shallow end and then dismount. Because if she fell into deep water over there, she could just get to her back, kick and paddle all the way down the shallow end, and then dismount. Now, am I about to do that to her? No. But what I want her to do is practice this 3 more times for a total of 4. It usually takes 21 practices before you can do it without thinking about it, before it becomes a habit for you. Look at that. We're gonna start herself now. And then dismount when you're ready. I like you trying to do it faster, but when you do it faster, it's not about drawing in quicker, because that's gonna splash water over your face.
You did it.
It's about leaning forward faster. Okay, when you're ready to do it faster, just throw your face forward and you'll actually almost like run into your legs as they come down to the bottom of the pool. Lean back, chin up, deep breath, start kicking. Good job. Extend your legs for now, extend them. Yeah, there we go. That's a much better body language. All right, when you're ready, draw them in first, and then I'll start twirling and lean forward. Lean forward.
Get my body to go forward.
Couldn't get it to go forward, so maybe the hips need to come back faster. You'll start falling backwards. Deep breath in, start kicking, extend. Good job. You can even use your arms to help keep your hips up. And then when you're ready, bring it all together. Knees in, twirl, lean forward, hips back. Good job. Good job. See how much smoother that was? Part number 2 of learning how to swim, being able to swim, the second B word is balance. We learned buoyancy. The 3 keys to buoyancy are air in your chest, surface area, and speed. Those 3 things keep you up. Speed because if you think about a boat, when it picks up speed, it rises in the water. So does your body. I'm much slower in the water here, but as soon as I pick up speed, Ada, watch what happens to the height of my body when I start kicking and swimming.
Okay.
You see it rise up? That's why speed is one of the 3 keys to buoyancy. Some people are complaining to me, why are my legs sinking? I'm not floating. First of all, let me redefine floating for you. A bunch of dummies out there are defining floating as if your legs are at the surface. That's not floating. Floating is being able to breathe. This is floating. My legs are all the way at the bottom. I'm floating. If you're someone trying to keep your legs up, you're not trying to float, you're trying to swim. And the only way your legs will stay up is if you kick them. Okay? Now, someone like me who's super balanced, has been working on my body line since I was a toddler, I could keep my legs up if I stretch real tall with my core and then use my hands a little bit to cheat to keep them up. But even me, the more I stretch out, faster they'll sink because they're so heavy and they're far away from my lungs. So I have to kick just to keep them up at the surface. Okay? Don't worry, if you're someone out there with sinking legs thinking, I can't float because my legs sink, welcome to humanity. Welcome to the rest of the world. That's how it goes. Floating is defined by being able to breathe, not by being able to keep your legs at the surface. Is that where your mouth is? Who cares? Your body balances in 4 quadrants when you swim, okay? The first quadrant is from your fingertips to your head. The second quadrant is from your head through your upper back. Your third quadrant is your upper back through your glutes, through your bottom. And the fourth quadrant are your legs. Now, the trouble with the 4 quadrant, the trouble with balancing in the water is the fact that 4 quadrants are only capable, they're only happening if you're in quadrant 1. Because too often, beginners, we swim in quadrants 2, 3, and 4. We swim here. Or, this is the worst part about it all, this is the hardest part about it all. We think we're in quadrant 1 when we're not. Does this look like quadrant 1 to everyone? It does, doesn't it? But it's not. Here's why. My elbows are bent. And this is what I'm about to teach you. Balancing in the water means you have to stretch so far forward, you're almost imbalanced again. Watch my body tip over. I didn't do anything but stretch my arms forward. All of a sudden, I started moving forwards. I'm gonna show you an interesting little fun experiment before you do it. I'm gonna let my arms stretch all the way out so I'll be properly balanced, and I will stay afloat, legs even too. But then I'm gonna pull my arms back just a little bit, just not even by my side. Because in every other video I've done, Nada, I've pulled them all the way down by my side. This video, I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna pull them in a little bit. Watch how my legs sink. It's gonna be the most amazing thing. See him come back up too? Isn't that wild? So quadrant 1 becomes the most important quadrant to swim in. So when you're breathing in water, there's 2 ways to do it. Either in and out with your mouth, or in with your mouth, out with your nose. I want you to try both, just so you can, because there's gonna be times when water goes up your nose as a swimmer, and you need to be able to clear it out, okay? So the first one you're gonna do is take a deep breath in with your mouth, and then you're gonna trap a bubble inside your mouth like this. Okay, yep. And go underwater and come back up with that bubble in your mouth. Don't blow anything out.
Okay.
Don't blow any bubbles out underwater.
Hold my breath and come back up.
Yep. All the way under, all the way up, bubble in mouth. Good. Did you feel a lot more airtight that time? Good. That's how I want all my swimmers going into the water now. It's only been a few students now since I've discovered the bubble in mouth is going to be what I teach exclusively. I need people doing the bubble in the mouth. It seems to fix a lot of things. This time, I'm going to have her bubble in mouth try the front 4-quadrant float. You're not going to go anywhere, and then I'm going to help you stand up too. Okay? And I'm going to make you my teacher. I'm going to do it with you first. What I want you to do is hold your forearms underwater like that. Yep. I'm going to have mine on yours like this. And then I'll be able... See how I was able to pull you in to stand up? No, I did not. Sorry. But that's what you're going to be able to do, okay? 3, 2, 1. Extend them backwards. Good. Now stand up. Good. So it's very easy to dismount on your belly. All you're doing is pulling through the water backwards as you drive your knees to your chest. Good. Okay. Pull through. Good. Good. At first,
when you let go,
you did. And at first you wanted to grab me. So you did. You did a little bit. Remember how I said each time you do it, I'm going to offer less and less contact.
Yeah.
So what I did not do was I didn't rip them away from you. Nice. On that one, folks, she took her arms off of mine and then initiated the dismount. Look who's getting that confidence. Beautiful. Beautiful. Now, I don't want you to hear this, but some of you out there might try to stand your head up too early. She's not. Because if you stand your head up too early, it's going to look like this and you're going to get into trouble. You won't be able to stand. Okay? Watch how she waits until she's centered and then picks her head up like this. She does a good job being patient with her head. It's time to start moving and kicking on her belly. That's almost easier than it is on your back, because when you're on your belly, it's okay if your feet splash. When you're on your back, you don't want your knees or your feet to come up and break the surface. You want to keep it all underwater. But when you're on your belly, have fun. Reckless abandon. Smash the water. Kick. If I notice something off about her kick, then we'll work on it together. But if there's nothing wrong with her kick and you have something wrong with your kick, then go back and watch the episode I just did in Mississippi with Linder. We had to do a lot of specific kicking motions with hers because she's had surgeries. Good. Kick, 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 and dismount. Beautiful.
Hey, I got your hand. I didn't
Beautiful.
there.
I did it on purpose. I told you I was gonna I told you I wanted to help you dismount.
Oh my God.
I told you I wanted to help you dismount on your first attempt, but your kick is awesome. Okay? So if you need help with your kick out there, go back and watch an episode I've done on kicking already. Beautiful. Dismount when you're ready. Beautiful. You're moving. You're moving on your belly all on your own. Good feeling, isn't it? It's freeing. Okay? Great. Amazing. So, you know how to be buoyant, air in lungs, surface area, and speed. You know how to keep breath in your lungs with a bubble in mouth. You also know how to balance in water. Excellent. So now the last thing necessary to know how to swim is body line. So a body line is measured from your fingertips to your tippy toes. Your body's height potential in water is greater than it is on land because there's almost no gravity in water. So you can be almost a full inch taller in water than you can be on land. It's almost like when you're lying in bed. You're growing when you're lying in bed, or your spine is regrowing. Once you're an adult, you're not growing more, you're just regrowing. But when you're in water, it's the only other opportunity that your spine feels or reacts as though it's in bed, because there's almost no gravity. Even when you stand up in water, your spine has a lot less pressure on it, so it's still kind of helpful. But when you're horizontal, now it's fluid too, so you're able to stretch out a lot taller. When I consistently swim for my own exercise, my family goes, "Have you grown?" 31 years old. Of course I'm not growing, but they can see the difference. It's about a full inch that I've noticed swimmers can be in the water compared to on land. Well, that's your body's height potential. A body line is fingertips to tippy toes, not head to feet. So a proper body line in the water, fully stretched out from fingertips to tippy toes, and it stays in a straight line. Stays in a straight line. I'm gonna teach her now how to kick with her hands kind of together, almost just touching, pushing her fingertips to the other wall or to whichever direction I'm having her kick. And then I'm gonna have her stretch her feet out behind her and kick as fast as she can. She's gonna notice that she's way faster than she thought she was. Way faster. So you're gonna stretch out as tall as you can, almost the same exact drill you did before, but with more purpose on the stretch and more purpose on the kick. Stretch tall, kick fast. Woo-wee! Stand up when you're ready. You're flying now. You're cruising. Yeah, I know. Go ahead, give me that high five you want. You're cruising now, girl. Back up and do it again. Good. Felt a little.
I was going this way.
You felt a little tippy on that one, right?
I felt
So
like
your
this
hands.
way.
You decided to do this with your hands on that one. That's okay because you forgot.
What?
You did this.
Oh, I want to touch it.
Correct. When you do this, there's something about pushing towards this center line that keeps you balanced. When you do this, you would think surface area, but it doesn't. It's more like
I was going sideways.
and it's more tippy.
Yeah.
It's odd. So that's why when I was going over surface area earlier, Ada, I didn't tell everybody to spread out. I told them just to stand tall. Because in swimming, you kind of want to keep it narrow. You don't necessarily need to be spread out. So narrow hands, right down the middle. Stretch out, stretch out. Good, good. How do you feel about this now so far, your progress? So you've learned the 4 B's necessary to swimming in 1 hour.
I've ever done on my stomach.
You're doing more than you've ever done? Amazing. So already in 1 hour, you've now learned the 4 B's that we're gonna then expound upon over the next few days to make your breathing better, to make your buoyancy better, to make your body line better, to make your balance better. And you're gonna become such a competent swimmer that you're gonna be swimming laps, I promise. One more time, straight down the middle, fast kicking, stretch those arms in front. Beautiful. She's cruising. Good, whenever you want. Good, great, amazing. You're going 6 yards now. Awesome.
It still feels like I'm going
Going a little crooked.
Yeah.
It's in your.
I thought I was holding
It's
like
just in your head. We're gonna get her more comfortable now, moving on her belly and her back, and I'm gonna start teaching her how to use her arms a little bit and connect some of those strokes. On your back, I want you to lean your head back. You're gonna be doing the floating, you're gonna be kicking, and then I'm gonna have you do 2 different types of kicks. One fast, one easy. And I want you to get used to each one, because as you start swimming on your own and we start swimming on our belly, I'm gonna roll you to your back by day 2 or 3. You're gonna be rolling on your back, and I want you to be able to go easy. Deep breath in. Now, first start by kicking easy. It doesn't take much to stay afloat. All it takes is light kicking. But now I want you to kick fast and paddle the hands faster too. Yep, now we're moving. You feel it, don't you?
yeah.
It's too hard. Now slow it down. Good. And now we're gonna stand up. Time to dismount. Draw the knees in, twirl your arms. I'm gonna help you just because it's the first one back. Good job. Feel all right? Okay, we're not quite to 4 feet yet, but how do you feel here?
Okay.
All right.
I'm good.
Go ahead and move yourself back if you'd like.
I'm good.
Some people find it easier to bounce forwards. A lot of people shuffle backwards.
Oh.
When you're in fins, it's definitely going to be recommended that you shuffle backwards. Good, nice and easy. Already the knees are kind of high. I want your body more like this, arched, okay? Isn't that strange? Yeah, I want this belly up more, arched. There you go, yes you can. Just takes a different feeling. It's gonna feel different. Now go fast. Now go easy. Now dismount. Good. I'm gonna be right here just in case you fall backwards. Good job. Everybody on their back, no matter their age, should keep their legs underwater and boil the surface of the water like that. Legs under, boiling the surface. Fast kicks. Good. Dismount when ready. Good. Dismount when ready. Look, so now you're getting 7 meters in half the time too. Yeah. Good. Oh, fast. Sorry. Go ahead, dismount. I forgot to cue you on fast. Good job. Good job. Self-awareness. Alrighty, guys. So we had to stop our day one a little bit early because we had to make a quick repair to the pool. It's leaking a little bit. So we're going to continue tomorrow with day 2, 3, and 4. We're going to extend it a little bit longer to make up for what we missed about 45 minutes in day 1. Now, if you followed along today, you saw her make all that progress. She's now moving on her own on her belly, moving on her own on her back. She's not a swimmer yet because she can't get her own breath yet. That's coming tomorrow in day 3 and day 4. So stay tuned, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free. Thank you to our members who are contributing to our channel each and every month. Check out our merch over on the website and follow us on the other social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok for shorter clips and tips throughout the week. With that said, get ready to rock it. Hey guys, Jonny Rocket here with day number 2 of 4 with Ada. She's here visiting from Florida. We're teaching her how to swim in 4 days. Yesterday, you saw us get her moving on her belly, got her moving on her back. So now she's able to kind of swim a little bit on her own. She's not defined as a swimmer yet because that's when you can get your own breath. We're going to be working on that today with some pineapples, putting the fins on her for the first time. So then we'll have to teach her how to walk in fins and dismount from fins. So follow along. And if you find these videos helpful, splash the like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and follow us on our other social media platforms for shorter clips and tips throughout the week. Thank you to our members who make this possible for us every month by contributing and becoming a member to the channel. Check out our merch over on the website. And with that said, let's dive right into it. We're going to start off with a review. Remember when you're in water to stay low because you're 1/12 your weight when you're in water. So the lower you are, the more you find balance. You don't feel so tippy or uncoordinated. The other thing you need to remember when you're in water is breathe in and out with your mouth, okay? So the first thing you're gonna do is go all the way under with your bubble in your mouth, come back up. I wanna make sure there's no water going up your nose or in your mouth, okay? I'll show you first. Okay. Good. You feel confident like that? Okay, good.
Nothing happened.
No water in your nose or mouth. Great. So if you remember, the 4 keys to swimming, the 4 B's to swimming are buoyancy, breathing, balance, and bodyline. First B, buoyancy, you got to keep air in your chest. The 3 keys were air in your chest, that keeps you up, surface area, so spread out or stand tall, and speed or momentum. So moving by kicking and paddling. This will keep your head up nice and high in the water and you'll stay smooth. If you stop kicking, you'll lower into the water and your feet will sink. Your legs will sink. But if you keep your kick going, even just a little bit, the legs stay up easily. Watch again. My chin is up, belly is up, legs are underwater. I've got air in my chest and I'm paddling lightly and I'm kicking lightly. And I'm moving smoothly. Okay? Good. Now, kicking, good, paddling, and you can breathe now. Yeah. Good. Now let's review the dismount. You'll bring your knees to your chest and lean forward. Use your arms to keep twirling your balance. Good job. Wow, nice and smooth. One quick stroke and she was up. That was nice. So the next thing to review is doing this on your belly and dismounting from your belly. Okay, so you take a deep breath in, arms are in front of you because we swim in 4 quadrants. And the only way you're in 4 quadrants is with a full extension out front. We went over yesterday how even if your elbows are bent a little bit, you're not in 4 quadrants. Therefore, you're not balanced. Remember, the proper balance in the water is arms fully extended out front. So we've gone over breathing, buoyancy. Now we're in balance too. Okay, so arms fully extended. You'll go deep breath in. You'll start kicking. And then you'll pull your knees in with your arms like this to dismount. Okay. Kick, 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 pull. Pull to dismount. Good, pull, nice. All right. We're gonna do the same drill again where I'll let her stretch out and kick, but now I'm gonna be making sure she's gonna go kicking easy, then kicking fast. I'm gonna be making sure each speed that she's going, she's in a full stretch. Because sometimes you might be fully stretched when you're going fast, and then when you go easy, you back off the body line. And fast. Good, and dismount. Excellent, so smooth. So smooth, good job, good job. So I'm gonna teach you guys how to use the kickboard here. So you want your thumb knuckles touching at the top of the board, fingers wrapped over the top. This is because you want your arms fully stretched, okay? If you hold it on the side, the danger becomes that your elbows bend. And what did we talk about? 4 quadrants. We don't want your elbows bent. That's why I don't want my swimmers holding the kickboard off to the side like that, but at the top, so that your elbows stay on the board and keeps them straight, okay? Your shoulders will go into the water, the nose of the kickboard will stay up, and you'll be putting no pressure on your hands. Okay, I don't want you pushing down on the board. Just let your hands rest at the top of the board. If anything, pull the board up to keep the nose up. Watch what happens to my legs. Look how they're underwater, okay? This is good, because I can breathe and kick like this all day if I wanted to. I'm up here. Okay, my face can't breathe. So with beginners, I want you just to tip forward with your arms stretched on the kickboard. Tip forward till your legs are no longer on the bottom of the pool. And then start kicking from down there, and you'll stay up. Okay. So yeah, hands are all the way at the top. Arms stretched. Lower yourself in the water till your shoulders are down there. Then I'm gonna pull you forward till the feet come off. I'll keep you up since it's your first attempt. So even if you were to push down on the board, it wouldn't. Nice, amazing. You can bring your heels up a little higher. If you're kicking the bottom of the pool, kick your heels up higher. See, when you kick down, the water's coming off your toes. When you come up, even though it's kind of coming off your toes, you feel like it's coming off your heel. See how my heels keep popping up? Yeah, exactly. The heels will come up a little bit. 3, 2, 1, move forward, start kicking. Now we want the kick to be big enough that it pushes you forward. Because right now I'm pulling you a little bit. You want the kick enough, good job, good finish. To test the strength of your kick, I'll have you sit on the steps and you'll kick in the water. You won't have to break the surface of the water with your feet. So I just want you to kick underwater like this. Now, if your kicking is effective, you'll be able to move that kickboard across the pool a little bit. So kick faster. There you go. It's hard, isn't it? Now slow it down and stop. I'm gonna teach you where the power is coming from. So it starts up at your hip. The power starts up at your hip as you pull your knee to the surface. When you pull your knee to the surface, the foot follows behind it and water slides off the toes, okay? It is a little bit hard, especially if you kick really well. So it's gonna feel like you're kicking from the knees almost. It's gonna feel kind of like you're kicking from the knees because you're pushing your knee to the surface in order to whip the foot afterward. But there we go, now I see water moving. Good, and take a break. You're gonna have to take lots of breaks. Why is this drill so hard? Well, your legs are massive muscles. They're some of the bigger muscles in your body. So they get tired fast. It makes you tired fast. You're gonna grab it like this. Your legs will come up and you're gonna practice the same kick we just did, but now you're on your belly instead of on your back like we were on the steps. Start kicking. Good, yeah, this is good. Try to bring the heels up a little higher and splash the surface. And stop.
Shoot, they tired.
You decided to stop right when I told you to stop. It worked out. We were both feeling it. The last part about the kick I'm going to teach you right now is that it's a 2-directional kick. So most of us think about just kicking either down or we're thinking we're just kicking up, but you need to be thinking both ways. You're kicking in 2 directions by making a scissor with your kick. Here's what I mean. Oftentimes you'll see swimmers like this and it looks like they're just kicking down. So then you get in the water as a beginner and you go down, 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 down. But it's not just down, it's down and up. What you're not realizing is those swimmers are also pulling their legs up to the surface, okay? It's a 2-directional kick. Down and up, you're squeezing the water together between your legs with each kick. You're getting smushed between your legs. There we go. There we go. See how much harder it is to keep yourself off the water
yes,
there?
it does. But
all of a sudden you were like, all of a sudden the back of the legs were kicking, and it was harder to keep yourself from smushing into the ladder because it was way more effective. We also have to remember as beginners, you often train with one speed and it's all out. It's everything you have. Swimming doesn't end up that way permanently. You're gonna get to a point where you've learned enough and then you'll start to be able to back off the effort and still be able to do it just as easily, okay? So right now, yeah, you get kind of sore because you're like, here I go, I'm about to do a push-off. I'm gonna do
muscles you don't use.
Everything I've got, and I'm using muscles I don't use. All right, I'm gonna help boost you. All right, go ahead. Good, 2 direction. It's harder to keep them up when I'm not helping.
Yes.
Go ahead and stop
But
before you
they're
hit the
tired.
bottom.
But they're tired.
And you're tired. So the first thing I'm gonna have her do with her new kick, her brand new kick, is go to her back, paddles and kicks on her back, chin up, belly up, legs under. But now she'll have a much more effective kick and she's gonna find herself going faster. Good. Arms in the water. Now kick in 2 directions. Good, keep it underwater. Keep it underwater. Keep the legs underwater. Pretty good. And stop. Dismount. Good. Dismount. Nice. So your legs are really high because you're kicking bigger. So if you can keep the same size, the same big kick, but lower it in the water, you're gonna be zooming. You need to stretch your body out. Stretch your spine out as much as you can. It'll arch your back and lower your legs. Excellent. Nope, I don't like that solution. I feel like I made kind of a crucial mistake here, so everybody out there is gonna have to forgive me. When you're on your back, you don't want your kick big, okay? I was getting her kick big to be more effective, and then I put her on her back and I said, let's see that big kick. I don't know what I was thinking. Mistake by me. When you're on your back, I always teach my swimmers, half as big, twice as fast, okay? So if anything, maybe her kick before on her back was fine, and all we needed to do was change it on her belly. It just needed to be bigger and more effective on her belly. When you're on your back, keep it small, keep it fast. One of the reasons she's rocking too much, side to side, is because her kick is too big, and that's what made me notice my own error. As I was like, oh, she's rocking because her kick's too big. And when you're on your back, you can't have a big kick. What was I thinking telling her to kick bigger? Not on your back, folks, not on your back. Smaller kicks. There we go. Good, stretch tall, stretch out tall. Good. Now knees in and twirl. Move forward. Woo. So now let's practice that new beautiful kick you've got on your belly, arms stretched out in front of you, kicking bigger and faster. When you're in the water, your body behaves like a seesaw. So if my head comes up, my legs go down. When my head goes down, my legs come up. So when I do the drill on my back, look where my head is, it's up. That's why my legs are down. And it's better to keep it that way because when you're on your back, you're constantly breathing. We don't want your face underwater. Makes no sense. You're gonna get water up your nose. So when you're on your back, because we have your head up, that's what causes your legs to be down. See how I'm a seesaw? I'm a seesaw. Now watch, when I'm on my belly, watch how my head is pretty much fully submerged underwater. That is what brings my legs up. Body's a seesaw. Great kick, nice kick. Dismount when you're ready. Nice kick. Good, and dismount. Good job. Feeling good? Follow along, we're about to put the fins on, teach her how to use fins. So with the fins, we're gonna be able to unlock a couple new drills like head lead kicking and hand lead kicking. The other thing we're gonna start teaching her with the fins is how to roll from her belly onto her back, calling it the pineapple, and that'll teach her how to get her own breath. Once she gets good at pineapples, she'll be defined as a swimmer because she'll know how to get her own breath. Now, fins are clunky.
Yes, they are.
So you can't walk forwards in them, okay? You'll trip. So when you walk in fins, stay low and shuffle backwards. Shuffle. keep your feet on the ground and shuffle them backwards. Okay, so slide this foot, so slide the foot backwards. There you go. Yep. That's how you walk in fins.
This is weird.
Don't ever walk on land with fins. Fins belong in the water. We put them on in the water and we take them off while we're still in the water. Then we climb out. Don't ever climb out with fins either. Dangerous. So you're gonna hug the kickboard like this, upside down. Arms across the board like this. I call this smiles up, both smiles. The smile of the kickboard's up, your smile's up, okay? You're gonna lay on your back and you're gonna kick, hugging the kickboard. The kickboard will keep you up so much easier. You won't have to try so hard, okay? So the kickboard will keep you up a lot easier as you hug it. And then you'll be able to work on your kick nice and easy too. All right, so this is one of my favorite exercises for beginners. Grab the kickboard. Like I said, I probably should have done this with her sooner. Grab the kickboard, smiles up, lay back, and you can kick. You can also breathe a lot easier because you have the kickboard to help keep you up. Now, the reason you want to hug it with your arms across the board is because if you hold it like this, you're going to end up pushing the board away from you and it won't help you like it should. Okay, so keep the board in close to your body by hugging it, wrapping your arms across it and grabbing it with your fingers like this. Smiles up. Lay back. I'll catch you.
You got my head, right?
I'm gonna catch you for your first one with the fins. There you go. Nice. Good. Start kicking. Yeah, she's very effective with the fins. You don't have to kick so big when you're on your back. All right, now lower your hips, sit down in the water, and lean forward. I'm gonna help you. Yep, good. So for the back dismount with the kickboard and fins, sit up, heels in. Sit up, heels in. Yep. Good. Nice. And remember, when you're on your back, you don't have to kick so big. Less is more. Yeah. All right, time to sit up, heels in. You're good. I'm gonna make it happen. For this one, because we're not doing this drill a lot, I'm just gonna keep helping her dismount. I'm sure over the next couple days as we review it, it'll get easier for her, but I'm not gonna go ahead and spend a bunch of time out here helping her dismount from this drill because it's not a very common drill or dismount. Lean back. Start kicking. You're doing a great job starting yourself. Kicks a little high, doesn't have to be that high. Now stand up, sit up. Heels in. Oh, somehow that one was much better. Good. Good. Nose up. This nose.
Do it.
Nice. You all right?
Yeah.
Normally, when we dismount from a kickboard and fins, what I was going to show her at the end of this little kick distance was that I have to spin her and she's going to land on her back. She's going to land on her feet. It's going to feel foreign to her. You might even get a little startled, but don't do anything. You're not going to do anything. I'm going to spin you and sit you down on your own. Okay? Good. We'll dismount pretty quickly just so I can show you what's going to happen.
I'm scared.
We'll dismount pretty quickly just so I can show you what's going to happen, okay?
The fins are feeling weird.
When you first start, your body settles in. Because when you start, watch how I'll rise and fall. Because every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Thank you, Sir Isaac. Watch. I go up and then I settle in. That settling in moment right there, did you see it? It doesn't last long, but for you, it's lasting a lot longer and it's panicking you. Watch.
Okay.
I go up and then I settle in. Did you see me settle in?
Oh, yeah.
That settle in moment is lasting
So it's
longer.
normal for your body to go up and then down.
And then come back up. Good, a lot less pressure there. Good. There you go, look how it stays up. Good job. I know you're trying, I know you're hard, it's hard. Keep practicing, keep working at it. Don't give up on it. Good job. Once your balance is right in the water, the effort should come down a lot. Before you're fighting water, now you're working with the water. You can do this. Keep the nose of the kickboard up and start slowly. Lord have mercy. And I'm not trying to scare you. What I want you to remember is how far you've come since then. Right now you have a kickboard and fins, you're balanced, and you're coming into a net. I'm gonna catch you, twirl you, put your feet on the ground. Everything's safe about what's happening. Start kicking. Good. Breathe. It's okay for your shoulders to stay low. All right, almost there. It shouldn't be too taxing. Good. I'm so proud of you. Yeah, it wasn't bad. You're making it a third of the way down the pool now on your own. You're breathing, you're balanced, your arms are light, you're cruising so smoothly. You're probably gonna start to feel deep water. Probably gonna start to feel deep water. Nope, I wasn't gonna move off to the side. I don't trick my students. There are instructors out there who do. I don't recommend those instructors. Stay away from them. Tricking your students is not teaching them. One more time with this drill. Good. Such a smooth start. You're going faster on this one too. Good. Breathe, stretch out tall. Got you, I'm gonna twirl you. We're gonna find the ground. We're gonna take our time to find it. There you go. Good. So the pineapple is how you get your own breath. You roll from your belly onto your back. Start off with our arms in front and you pull one arm down, roll halfway, pull the other arm down to roll the rest of the way. But it's not like each arm is responsible for half the roll. What I mean is you're gonna start the roll with one pull and close it with the other one, but it needs to all happen with fluidity. It needs to be fluid. It needs to be smooth, kind of almost all at once, except that you're not doing both arms straight all at once. It's one, then the other, but they never stop. It's like one arm leads right into the other one. There's no stopping or pausing between arm pulls. They don't happen at the same time, but there's no pause. One, then the other, okay? So it'll look like this. Arms out in front, bubble in mouth. Start with a couple kicks, and then you're gonna pull one arm down as you roll. Once you're on your back, chin up, kick on your back, legs underwater. That'll keep your head up. 2, 4, bubble in mouth. Chin up. Did you have water in your mouth?
No.
Okay, then put your chin up.
But I don't know what to do now.
Well, we're gonna kick on our back for just a moment. Yep. And you did it. That's all. That's all I needed. I just needed you to complete the whole roll. I've been learning jujitsu with our new Rocket Combat channel. He's wearing one of our shirts today. And as the student, I'm the student and I'm not the teacher anymore. And I've been learning, it is hard when you're told, okay, this is what we're about to do, this little exercise. And then they show you and you're like, I still don't get it. Like you just went through all the motions and I still have no idea if my body's gonna be able to do that too. But oftentimes what I've realized is if I let the instructor take my arms and then do it for me first, then I'll get it. And so that's why I like to put my hands on the students. Kinesthetic learning. Not all instructors and students are comfortable with that. So if you're an instructor out there, check with your student first. But I already checked with her before our lessons began. She said she's okay, she's comfortable with me taking control and flipping her body. So that's why I want to do it for her the first couple times so it goes through the motions. It also keeps her from her face getting wet, because if your face gets wet while you try a new exercise, you'll be less inclined to try it a second time. Good. And then pull, roll, stretch out. Great, amazing. Now stand up by sitting down and twirling. It's the same back dismount as before. Okay? Good, pull, roll. Good, lay back. Good, and stand up. Great, amazing. Nice, way to get low. Hey, did everybody just notice? But did you notice how the right instinct kicked in? You didn't have that instinct before. See what I mean, folks? I don't know what it is, but when you get taught the right instincts, they somehow kick in. You don't have, it doesn't take long. All of a sudden, she knew she had to get low.
My butt down the way.
It hasn't been 24 hours since she learned that, and it's already kicking in. Pull. Good job. That time a little water went in there.
Good.
All right. So with that being the first time water went up your nose or in your mouth, I need to teach you to prepare for that. And how do you prepare for that? Well, before we start, you're gonna have a big bubble in your mouth. Okay, and then as you roll, you're gonna pop your bubble. So it'll look like this. Where you're gonna let the air out so that as you're rolling, water doesn't go up.
Gotcha.
Because it's coming, air's coming out. like a dolphin or a blowhole on a whale. When you turn on your back,
let it go.
I pop the bubble and then blow the rest out of my nose. I didn't do a thing. And stand up. I didn't do a thing. Woo! You did it. Amazing. You got your own breath. Good. Good job. Good dismount. Beautiful. Let's go, baby. Nice. Yes, you did it indeed. You're incredible. You're swimming. Good. Stand up. Good. Excellent. All right. Well, just like the back dismount and the belly dismount, rolling onto your back is much harder than rolling back onto your belly. So the hard part's done. When you want to roll back to your belly, you take one arm, go across your body and behind your head. Then the other arm comes around top and meets up with it, okay? I might do it towards the camera now, and then I'll do it towards you a few times. So when you're on your back, the next step, take an arm, come up, across, and behind your body, right here. Then the other arm comes up front to meet up with it. Because I don't want to roll like this. It's not as easy because this arm will stop me from rolling. If I extend this arm too early, it stops me from rolling. So I keep it by my side and take an arm from the opposite side and throw it across my body to roll my body back into the water. If you're gonna pineapple to your belly, be prepared to pineapple onto your back again, because with fins on, you need to dismount from your back. I'm gonna let her dismount from her belly with fins on because I'm gonna be able to grab her arms. She'll be able to lift her feet up real high and then plant them on the ground. Easy start, good job. We don't have to kick very fast. Good, but bring your arms down by your side. Use them to paddle a little bit. And then roll when you're ready.
Don't like that, Gil.
You don't want to roll, folks. Don't roll like this. Don't try to keep your face up because you'll find yourself in a panic because you'll be imbalanced. It doesn't work. Your body, when you're on your belly, it likes to have the head in the water. Unfortunately. When you're on your back, first to keep your face out of the water. That one is obvious. Good. Okay, deep breath in and then roll when you're ready. Good. Deep breath, roll. Kick. And now stand up. Okay. Yay! Congratulations.
Did the kick.
You did.
Wasn't doing that.
You did. Deep breath. Good. You ready? So tomorrow we're gonna start using our arms. That's okay. Tomorrow
I start using my arms.
It might have been an instinct. Tomorrow we start using our arms anyway, so you're doing great. So now you're doing pineapples, belly and back. Hey, so you guys saw us moving her on her belly, on her back. Now she's breathing on her belly, breathing and rolling back onto her belly. She's breathing on her back, rolling back. Pineapples to both sides. She right now, I would say technically is a swimmer. She doesn't feel it yet, and tomorrow I'm gonna show her how she can roll back and forth on her own several times right in a row, multiple times in a row. Splash the like button, subscribe to the channel for free. Thank you to our members who make it possible for our dreams to come true. Check out the merch over on the website and follow us on our other social media platforms like Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Snapchat, and Threads for shorter tips and clips throughout the week. Also, if you want your own swim lessons with me in person in Austin or in your city, then email me right here. With that said, get ready to rock it. Hey guys, Jonny Rocket here with day number 3 of 4 with Ada. She's here from Florida and we're teaching her how to swim. She didn't have a fear of water being over her face, but we've now taught her the 4 B's necessary to swim: buoyancy, breathing, balance, and body line. Today we're going to get her working more on her body line and her balance and her breathing. So we're going to do some head lead kicking, some hand lead kicking, some one-arm pineapples, and then start adding in some arm strokes as well. So follow along, and if you find these videos helpful, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and follow us on other social media platforms for shorter tips and clips throughout the week. Thank you to our members who make it possible for us to make these videos every single month, and check out our merch over on the website. With that said, let's just dive right into it. Alrighty, so we're gonna start off the day with review. Always start with review to help the swimmers feel more comfortable and to remind them of the important things. So the first thing, we stay low, keep air in our lungs, stay buoyant, okay? 3 keys to buoyancy: air in your lungs, surface area, and speed. So the first thing we'll do is get her moving on her back. She's got that new kick, but when you're on your back, remember, keep your legs underwater, small, fast kicks. When you're on your back, chin up, belly up, legs under. Good, paddles and kicks, and we're moving. Excellent. Let your legs sink down a little more, stretch your belly out. Good. Now time to stand up. Draw the knees in. Good. Lean forward. Good. When you lean forward, throw your forehead towards your toes. Nice kick. Dismount whenever you're ready. Deep breath, lean forward. Excellent. Yes, there you go. A little bit of water on the face, but it's okay.
I didn't get anything in my mouth or anything.
Good, perfect. When you have that
it didn't bother me at all.
Excellent. Like I said, when you have that deep breath and when you're more confident in water, you won't mind if a little water hits your face. It just doesn't matter anymore. So the next step is to do this on the belly. So you take a deep breath, bubble in mouth, push off slowly, head down beneath the surface, start kicking, and then when it's time to dismount, pull your arms straight through behind your body as you drive your knees to your chest, both at the same time. Good. Pull straight through, stand straight up. Nice, easy. Okay, one more time like that. Good. Just gonna pull through soon. Stand out up. Look at that, both
that
feet.
Was better.
Yeah, look at that, both feet. There you go. Like I said, eventually it'll probably come. When you're on the kickboard, it's really an exercise about your body line. Stretch your arms forward so much that it feels like someone's pulling you from the kickboard. Good. Keep your face up. Good. Breathe. Get both noses up. I'm gonna pull you just a little bit. And then good.
This what got wobbly.
A little wobbly? Yeah.
I got
that's
crazy.
okay.
I think I was putting too much pressure on it.
Probably. So you'll feel more wobbly the more pressure you put on the board. If you can pull back on the board, you might feel your head wobble, but your arms won't. Yeah. Okay. So
I'm going down.
yeah, your feet are flexed. Okay. So you don't want flexed feet. You want loose, floppy ankles. Okay, because you're driving the kick with your hip and your knee. Good. Floppy feet. Good job. That's much better. Good. Just a reminder, keep the legs underwater on backstroke. Stretch your belly out to keep your legs underwater. Yeah, there you go. Now kick. Fast, fast, fast. Good. Okay, now sit down. Lean forward. Good. Think about pulling your face up and forwards. Okay, you'll find it over the board like this. The same effect will happen. Okay, so if you find yourself out there having a hard time sitting up, your core strength just isn't there right now yet, that's okay too. Pull the face forward over the board. Okay, the board will then tip your body back to center. Excellent. Okay, so now put your face over the board. I'm gonna help you make sure you don't go underwater. Put your face over the board, then draw the heels in. When you are doing this on your own, go ahead and get to a point where you can push the board in front of you, release the board, and then stand up on your own, okay? Good. Good. Make sure when you're stretching out, you don't push your face down, okay? Always keep the face, no, chin elevated, but always keep the face kind of elevated too. Yeah, there you go. All right. Sit up first, then draw the knees in. Good. That was better. So the pineapple is how you get your own breath. You roll from your belly onto your back. The mistake I often find beginners are making is they'll do this. They'll pull both arms at the same time. Don't do that. You also don't need to, and I don't see beginners doing this, but you don't need to pull one arm, kick, 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 and then pull the other. It's one after the other. So smooth rolling. I'll show you what it looks like in practice now. Watch me. They don't lift up when it's time to roll, okay? That's another mistake a lot of beginners will make. So they'll do something like this. If you lift up to roll, you will go back down underwater with your face up, and it's gonna be a horrible experience. So when you roll, you're just thinking about literally turning your body, not lifting your body, turning it, rolling it. All right, hold and roll. A little bit of water over the face. Dismount when ready. Good. Now, I kind of thought that was gonna happen. I thought maybe she was gonna get water on her face when she rolled, because you're starting to roll a little high. You're starting to come up on the y-axis.
Up or something, like you said?
Yeah, you're starting to lift on the y-axis as you roll. So then you come up and then you fall in. So instead, just roll. Try to keep your head in the water. That's a tip I found people like. I don't mean your face. There's a difference between your head and your face. Okay. Keep your head in the water. Watch me closely. Not a single hand on or around her. Since you can now breathe on your own and dismount, you are a swimmer. You are a swimmer. You're defined as a swimmer. So congratulations. You came here to become a swimmer. In day 3, you became a swimmer.
Way more than I've ever done.
Good. I'm so glad. That's amazing. I'm so proud of you.
I'd be at this point.
Awesome. Congratulations. Hey, everybody out there, you can swim too. Anybody can swim. If you have lungs, we can swim. We can make you swim. I've helped someone who was crippled in a wheelchair learn how to swim once. It is possible. And yeah, that was actually way long ago when I was 18. So I actually wish I had taught that young man in today, because I'd be way better. Way better. 13 years later, way better. I'd be getting him swimming in 1 lesson, not 6. Hey, Joe, out there, if you're watching this video, remember me? Hope you're doing all right. But anyways, let's review back to belly. So now you'll be starting on your back, kicking just a little bit. Take a deep breath, bubble in mouth. Roll onto your belly by taking an arm and going across your body and behind your head. This way and that way. So here. And you dismount off your belly. Good. Bubble in mouth. I got you. I
couldn't turn.
You couldn't turn all the way? So when you roll, I want you to start driving your legs through the kick. Okay? Deep breath. Good. Kick, kick, kick. Now kick faster, big bubble, and roll. It was better. It just wasn't still all the way.
Right, nah.
Okay. So it's probably a fin thing. Probably just developing. Yeah, I think you're developing the strength and the core coordination it takes to roll, and it's just gonna take time. Good. Okay, increase the speed of the kick, bubble in mouth, roll. Yes, yes. And you think no, but I'm seeing it happen more. Each time your hips are going farther and farther, you're getting more horizontal. You would just be a lot better at keeping your head down when you roll. So like you'd go like this, you'd roll, and then you'd tuck your chin. Good. Kick fast, bubble in mouth, punch. Woo!
That felt better. I got right. It felt better.
Yeah, and you committed to a kick.
Yeah.
Awesome, good job. Congrats. Well, we're gonna be putting the fins on here in just a second, but let's take our break and we'll jump into part number 2 of day number 3 with this day 3 magic. You guys are watching her. She just got defined for the first time as a swimmer. So congratulations. Leave a clap emoji in the comments for Ada. Keep following along, splash that like button. The first thing we're gonna do to remind her is when you walk in fins to shuffle backwards. We never walk forwards in fins, okay? And then the other thing about fins is you don't need to flex your ankle just to bring them up. They're heavier, I understand that. Bend your knee more to bring your knee up to the surface and the foot follows, okay? Bring the knee up and the foot will follow, but your foot stays loose and floppy. If anything, point your toes, but be careful pointing your toes in fins because your feet will cramp up. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go belly down first because I don't want her to get too used to being on her back and then not be able to kick on her belly with the fins on. So we're gonna start on the belly, fingers at the top, thumbs touching, arms stretched, shoulders under, kicking. Now I'm gonna make her go to the flags today, but we're not gonna stop. So when we get there, I'm gonna take the front of the board, I'm gonna pull her around, and we're gonna kick right back down to the this side of the pool. The fins will barely come off the bottom. You can start kicking. Keep both noses up. Good job. And you're breathing. Kicking should be nice and easy. Good. Turn you here. You're good. Just keep kicking. All right. Now for kicks and giggles, pun intended, go fast.
Oh, I can't.
Yeah, there you go. Now, remember, we're gonna spin. Oh, that's okay.
I forgot.
That's okay. If you can stand, you're okay. If you can stand, you'll be okay. All right. Pretty fun, huh? Getting all a little tippy once you started going fast, right? So the key to staying balanced, stretch the arms forward. The more pressure you're putting on the board, the more tippy you'll feel. So if you start
this sport for dear life.
Yeah, I bet you did. So when you start kicking fast, loosen up the hands, let them just dangle out there, and then push your arms forward from your shoulders. Okay? Shoulders out of your back. Good. Rest your hands out on the board. Extend from your shoulders and your back. Beautiful. I like how streamlined you look. Your body line is excellent. The reason I take you to this side first and then spin you over here is that if we get too close to the wall, I can jump off the wall like so. Instead of turning the other way. All right, now go fast. Here we go. She's kicking down and up. Her kick is perfect. It's very effective. We're about to spin to dismount in 3, 2, 1, spin. Good spin. You didn't need me. Nice. Good spin. Yeah, that's okay.
Where to go?
Whichever way is more instinctual. If you get in that moment and you get trapped, commit to the way, whichever way comes first. So you'll be kicking on your back to the flags. Now you'll see the flags, and that's when I'm gonna help you stand up, okay? Good. Nice. I love how relaxed you are. Stretched out tall, your body line looks good. Yep, time to stand up. Now you'll be able to stand, but I'm gonna keep my hands on you so you don't worry. Slowly but surely the feet will find the bottom. Tell me when they're there. Excellent. Good job. pull. Kick, kick, kick. Good, and dismount. Perfect, and dismount. Good, good. So start on her back, kicking, and then roll to her belly. Deep breath. Roll to your belly, and then I'm gonna help her dismount because she has fins on. Good. Kick fast, deep breath, roll. Good. And roll. Good.
Not to stand up. I forgot what I was supposed to do.
Right, right. Just kick a little bit. You got the roll, so let's do both. Pull to roll. Kick, kick, kick. Breathe. Roll back and stand up. And I'll be there to help you stand up because you got the fins on.
It's so easy.
Perfect. Good. Kick. Pull to roll. Breathe. Catch your breath. Big bubble in mouth. And roll again.
I took turns.
Well, you rolled to the
wrong way.
You rolled to the side you have never rolled to before.
Yeah, so I rolled
Okay.
the wrong.
I always picture a spot in the water in my mind's eye. I'm picturing a spot right here. I feel like I can see myself from above the water, and there's a spot right here I'm aiming for to roll.
Oh.
Okay. Good. Yeah, there it is. There it
It
is.
wasn't perfect, but it was better.
No, it's the best roll I've ever seen you do.
Yeah, better.
Yeah. We're gonna practice this a few more times, and then I'm gonna teach you the first 2 drills of the hand lead series. The hand lead series is a set of 7 drills, all designed to give you better balance and a better body line in the water. Balance, which is achieved by kicking stronger, bigger, consistently. Body line is achieved by stretching your fingertips forward, keeping your chin and your head in line with your spine. Those 2 drills will help her start going through the water with more efficiency. Good roll. Good roll. And good. Good. Excellent. Okay, so you're ready for the 1-arm pineapple. So a 1-arm pineapple, when it's time to roll, you're gonna pull one arm down to roll like you normally do, but this arm is not gonna finish the roll. Now, when you're here, you're just gonna kick. You're gonna be kind of on your side, but mostly on your back. And when you're done breathing, all you do is close off the breath and you're already in that superhero position because that arm never came down. By keeping one arm out in front, you'll stay more balanced, more hydrodynamic, and you might even find yourself giving your head support. Same superhero position, posture, same pull to roll, but now this arm stays back. It doesn't finish the roll, it stays back. Breathe. And then the same arm pull to close off the breath that you did before. Everything's the same except for that one arm that stays out in front. So I call it the 1-arm pineapple. Good. Pull to breathe. Good. And you're gonna be mostly on your back. Yeah, very good. Very good. Now stand up. Good. Open the window. Spoke too soon, didn't I?
I did it.
All right. Little water up the nose. So what happened?
Yep.
Well, she's getting really good at staying low. She probably stayed too low. She probably forced it down. So instead of, when you roll, instead of pushing your arm and your head down together, go ahead and pull your face towards the sky. So I think this is what happened. Okay, you pushed down to keep the arm and the head together. You don't need to force it together. Get your breath. Once you're there, then start to marry the arm and the head together if you want. So watch, it'll look more like this. Pull up for the breath. Like, first thing is that your face gets dry and you get a breath. See how my arm and my head aren't connected? That's okay. I've got my breath. Now I'll put it together and close it off. Prioritize the breath, not the marriage of the arm and the head. Good. Excellent. Arm coming down is totally okay too. Sit up. Use your arms to twirl. Good. Good. Pull again. Good. 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 Roll back.
Oh, wrong direction.
That's okay. Dismount. Whoa, look at you laughing as you dismount. Beautiful. Here's a good opportunity then to teach people about the open window, closed window. So when doing a drill like this, when you roll one direction with your arm, you never want to keep rolling in that direction to close it off, because that arm will then be out of the water unnecessarily. It'll look strange. Okay, so whenever opening a window, the fun thing that we teach kids is you open a window, close the window. Otherwise, you're gonna let flies in your mouth. It's a joke, not actually gonna get flies in your mouth, but open your window, close that window. Never open a window and then open it or break open another one. Okay, be responsible and close your window. Yeah, we'll let you in. Give us a second. Beautiful. I got you, I got you. Roll to your back and dismount. So the right instincts versus the wrong instincts, we went over this on day one. The wrong instincts would have been, she got to her belly, she would have just started reaching straight up to the sky, lifting her head up and panicking. The right instincts were, she stayed on her belly, stretched out more, reached for me, but kept her head in the water and kept kicking. Do you see what I mean? The right instincts can be taught and they kick in immediately. It's bizarre. Beautiful. Okay, roll again, roll again. Now dismount. Swimming all on your own. Swimming all by yourself. Congratulations. Woo! Alrighty guys, well that's all we have for day number 3. If you found that video helpful, splash the like button, subscribe to the channel for free, consider becoming a member, and thank you to all our current members. Check out our merch over on the website and consider following us on our other social media platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, and Threads for shorter tips and clips throughout the week. You guys just saw us get Ada swimming all on her own, on her belly and on her back, rolling onto her belly and her back, all on her own, breathing for herself. She's now properly defined as a swimmer. So congratulations to her, and everybody else, get ready to rock it. Hey guys, Jonny Rocket here with day number 4 of 4 with Ada. We've been teaching her how to swim. She was a complete beginner, but now she's a swimmer. So if you've been following along, splash the like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and thank you to our members who make it possible for us to make these videos every single month. Check out the merch over on the website and follow us on the other social media platforms for shorter clips and tips throughout the week. She's gonna be a brand new swimmer with a lot of tools in her belt that she can use when she goes back home. And I'm gonna follow up with her to make sure she continues to practice everything that she learned so that she stays competent and improves from here on out. All right, now let's dive right into it. The first thing we start off with every day is review. Stay low in the water. Remember the 3 keys to buoyancy: air in your lungs, surface area, and speed. Legs underwater. Good, stretch out tall. Good. Now you can dismount when you're ready. Good. When you're kicking, keep those feet underwater. They're a little bit high right now and they're not really helping you move forward. If you keep them underwater and boil the surface, you'll move forwards a little faster, okay? There, yeah, that's better. Moving a lot faster now. Good job. Okay, whenever you're ready, you can dismount Good. All right, and remember that when it's time to dismount, you won't be able to pick your head up out of the water right away. If you try to, you're not gonna be able to dismount. I'll show you. Okay? Don't pick up your head right away. Leave your head in the water until you see your feet on the ground. Then stand up. Good. Pull through. Excellent. No problem. Good job. The next part to review is on the kickboard. We'll do kickboard on her belly first and then smiles up on her back second. Okay? With the kickboard, this is going to be the best drill she can use on her own when she goes home, because the kickboard will give her a little bit of confidence that she's not going to sink, right? So instead of having me there with her, she'll use the kickboard for probably 75% of her workouts at first. Good. Good start. Yeah, it's a little tippy, that's okay.
I can't get them to move.
Right, so here, let me take the kickboard. Once you start kicking larger, you might find the kickboard start tipping. You notice that with her. When that happens, push the kickboard farther in front. The only reason it's tipping is because you're not in 4 quadrants, okay? It's because if the elbows are bent even a little bit, and I don't mean bent like this, I mean if they're just not straight. It's like a threshold. If they're not completely straight, then they're not straight at all. They're bent. This is a bent arm position because I'm not pushing my arms forward. So this I would consider bent elbows, even though it doesn't look like my elbows are bent. Because I'm not pushing forward, it's bent. Good, nice stretch, nice kick. This is the best one yet. Dismount when you're ready. That's okay, that's the best one yet. That's okay. Run out of energy fast because the legs consume a lot of oxygen. They make you tired quickly. Wow. Legs a little lower. Ooh, nice adjustment. They're still kicking a little too high, so you're not really moving forward anymore. If you can lower them a little bit. Nice. With the board, you're going to stay more buoyant, so it's going to be harder to keep those legs lower. So what I want you to do is arch your lower back so your belly comes up. Amazing. All right, lower them, lower them. Arch your back, there you go. At least we got it done a different way this time. Use the board and dismount. Woo! That was smooth. Pineapples are where you breathe on your own. You roll from your belly to your back. We're gonna do it with the arms in front. You're gonna take a pull to roll, and then you're gonna finish the roll, okay? So it's not the one arm pineapple. We're reviewing the full pineapple. Good, pull to roll. Beautiful. Wow. Wow, very good. That was so much better. It was perfect. Wow, awesome. So let's also review back to belly. So you're on your back and you roll by taking an arm and going across your body and behind your head. Good. Good job. No, you're saying no, but did you need my help? You did not.
No.
Was it graceful? Also, it was not. But will it be once you practice that more and more on your own? Yes, 100%. If you can get it on your own, you're on your way to looking graceful. So we're gonna take her through her first experience through the deep end. Now, if you're an instructor out there, this is gonna be mostly for you. Listen up. When you take your students through the deep end for the first time, oftentimes it's best you do it on their back, so they don't have to look down at the bottom. The other reason that's important is because they won't even know once they're in the deep end, because they're looking up. And when you swim in water, water doesn't suck you down. And when you get into deep water, it doesn't suck you down. Water just is. Okay, the surface of the water is at the same height here in the shallow end as it is down there in the deep end. The water doesn't rise up in the deep end. The bottom of the floor goes deeper. But if you're a swimmer, then you're swimming at the surface. You're a human. You need to breathe. The surface is the surface is the surface wherever you go. So it won't change when you get to the deep end. So as an instructor, what you do is you start coaching them through happy thoughts, like Bob Ross, the painter, right? You're going to talk them through some happy thoughts, family, friends, good times. Good. Now she doesn't need me, but she's gonna get me because it's her first time through. Remember that, instructors. Even if you feel like, oh, you're good enough to do this on your own, if it's the first time, that doesn't matter. Hold them, be with them.
I feel lopsided. I'm tipping towards
Okay, let's take it
building.
towards the building.
That's, I feel like I'm tipping towards.
I don't feel that.
Okay.
And we did just pass a point where you could stand, so we're not gonna stop. We're just gonna keep going, but you're okay. You're good. We're doing great. She's light as a baby, so I'm not having to put forth any effort, but I am about to turn you. And when I turn you, what I want you to do is bring your knees in towards your chest, stop kicking. Now extend and keep kicking. Beautiful, good job. So the water is the same. Nothing changes about it. Good job. Take some breaths. Good. Your family is about to go nuts when they hear what you've done.
See me in the water.
They're gonna.
I've never seen you.
They're gonna be like, wait a second.
Yeah.
That's the first time. Time to sit up. You did it! You swam through the deep end on, come on now, all for the first time. Congratulations. You know the water doesn't change now. So we'll go through it again, but I'm gonna let her know when she's in the deep end. So she'll be aware and she'll have to think about it and breathe through that, okay? Good. Okay, so we're now in 5 feet, but the water didn't change. You're at the surface, you're stretched out tall. You're engaging all 3 keys of buoyancy, which are air and lungs, surface area, and speed. But it is time to turn around. So knees in, and right now we're in 11 feet. So take a deep breath, extend your legs, and kick us out of here. Great. 9 feet. 7 feet. 5 feet. Amazing. You're cruising. Back into 4 feet. You did great. We're not going to get up yet. I'll let you know. For those of you wondering out there, I'm just putting my hand on her head so she feels me, but I'm not helping her. All right, sit up. Beautiful. Great job. Yeah, doesn't it? It's almost liberating.
Relaxing too.
Relaxing. So we're gonna do it one more time. This time, I'm gonna be giving her more space, meaning I'm not gonna be even holding onto her head. Now, when she gets down to the deep end, I'm gonna turn her around and then tell her, okay, go ahead and kick yourself out of the deep end. But she's gonna be doing it all on her own with me having space between us, okay? Good. Good job. Okay, we've entered deep water. When you're on your back, kick a little smaller. Don't kick so big. Kick a little smaller on your back so you don't rock your body as much. I always tell people the back kick is half as big and twice as frequent as the belly kick. All right, knees in. Now you can extend and kick. Instructors, when you're moving by your swimmers like I am right now, stay underwater, don't make splashes, freaks them out. Be as gentle as possible when swimming around them. Whoop! It's not in your nose, is it?
No.
Okay.
So why did that happen?
Why did that happen? You did that thing where in order to arch your back, you pushed under. Magnet your face up to the sky. There you go. Just a slight magnet. There you go. Lean forward, time to stand up.
Oh, I was in the shower when either.
Yep. Before we lose the kickboard, let's get you once on your belly with the fins. Yeah, once on the belly. Okay, we're gonna go flags and back. We're not gonna go all the way unless you want to after the first flags and back. Good. Yeah, rather than pushing down on the board, just let your hands be gentle. They're just soft hands. And the kick is up and down, not back and forth. Up and down. Good. If you remember, you're gonna spin to dismount here. Spin to your back. I'm gonna take a look at the kick here. I figured you were gonna feel tippy. Up and down more. Kick my hand. Especially with this leg.
My muscle cramp, muscle cramp.
Muscle cramp?
Oh,
Calf, foot, or quad? Thigh. Okay. Woo, that happens sometimes. For muscle cramps out there, especially wearing fins, there's actually a few things you ought to be doing. Okay. One, you need more water, more hydration. You need more sodium, accomplished through pickle juice or saltine crackers. Then you need more potassium. So put more bananas and more green vegetables in your diet. And then you need to stretch more. Okay. So hydration, potassium, sodium, stretch. If you increase those four things above what you're doing right now in your normal routine, those cramps subside substantially. Beautiful. And dismount. Yeah, I thought you could dismount at things. You're fine. Excellent. Big breath. Woo! Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, LaQuisha. You inspired Ada to come and learn from me in Austin. Nice. That belly roll, that back to belly roll, dude. A one-arm pineapple won't roll you all the way to your back because this arm stays extended. If you were to roll all the way to your back, it would feel kind of weird. Don't pull the other arm down. Then when it's time to stand up, you can pull the other arm down and just... Good reset. What happened? That arm came down.
Yep, it did.
Okay? And so if you pull that arm down, this is not high. This is not buoyant. You can't be on your side with that arm down.
And thank you.
Unless you're a competitive swimmer who's used to this kind of drill. But as a beginner, you won't be able to stay up on your side with that arm down. So that's what happened. Good. Good. There you go. Good. Good. Ah, you didn't get a big breath. You have to pull to breathe. And until you breathe, mission not accomplished. Breathe for as long as it takes. You can kick the rest of the way like this if you want until you get a darn breath. Get a breath, then close it up. Good. Now spin. Excellent! Yeah! I don't know that she actually done it. There you go. There you go. Good. Beautiful. Amazing. Yes. So the arms will start to alleviate some of the pressure off the legs, which will make you last longer. You won't get as tired. The arms are also more effective at pulling water than the kick is at pushing water backwards. So you'll start to go faster in the water. You're about to go faster with less energy. Sounds beautiful, doesn't it? That's what the arms are, okay? Now, again, you might be thinking to yourself, well, that sounds amazing. Why wouldn't you have taught that sooner? Because with just the arms, you're imbalanced. You're not balanced. Your kick is responsible for balance. So we do everything in our power to get you balanced in the water, supporting yourself so that when you start using your arms, you can get your own breath. Without the balance, you can't get your own breath, okay? Remember the 4 B's that are critical for swimming. Buoyancy, breathing, balance, body line, okay? None of that said pulling. None of that was pulling. If you pull softly, water is soft, but if you pull hard, water is hard. Which one do we want? We want you to pull hard. Your arm, yep, we want you to pull hard. Your arm is like an oar. It's like a paddle. And you're pulling water back with your paddles. Okay? Now, I don't want you to swim like windmills where arms are opposite of each other. Instead, I want them taking turns. So you're gonna remain in the superhero posture that we've been developing all weekend.
Switch arms.
And you're gonna take one arm pull, then the other arm pull, and keep switching and letting them take turns, because we have to stay in 4 quadrants. Breathing every 2 strokes, you're hardly ever holding your breath. But once you start holding your breath for 3 strokes or 4 strokes, or even, you're gonna be so tired. Roll to breathe. Roll to breathe. Roll to breathe. Okay. Good. 1, 2, roll to breathe. 1, 2, get a good breath. Get a good breath. 1, breathe. There you go. 1, 2, breathe. 1, 2, breathe. Good. So you're breathing and you're not letting your arms pause. So remember the 1-arm pineapple where you rolled to your back, but you weren't using your arms, were you? That's what you need to do when it's time to breathe. Go into a 1-arm pineapple and just kick. Don't use your arms. Just kick with both arms in the water.
Oh, I'm done breathing.
Until you're done breathing. Then take another 2 strokes. 1, 2, breathe. 1, 2, breathe. 1, 2, breathe. Yeah. Good. You're swimming.
I got that.
You're
better.
swimming like a swimmer. Are you getting a breath every time?
Yes.
Good. I also noticed you were doing a good job of closing your mouth when you went back into the water. Some of you beginners out there, and like she experienced on her first attempt, you're gonna breathe to the side and you might go back in the water with your mouth open and you might take in some water. So just remind yourself to seal your lips before going back in the water. Don't go in the water like this. Okay, I got water in the mouth. Seal your lips. Okay. 1, 2, breathe. 1, 2, breathe. Now, you need to pause and get a good breath. That second breath, I heard water. So just pause your arms.
I'm going too fast.
Yep, pause your arms, get into your one-arm pineapple and collect your breath. 2 strokes, 2 breaths. 2 strokes, 2 breaths. Now dismount. Swimming all on your own. Swimming all by yourself. Congratulations. Woo! Hey, that's all we have time for. She's got to get to her airplane. So that's it for day 4. We got her swimming. She's now swimming all on her own, all the way across the pool, even with the kickboard on her back. So if you found these videos helpful, splash that like button, subscribe to the channel for free, and thank you to our members for contributing every month. Email me if you want your own private lessons in person with me in Austin, or if you need me to come to your city, we can try to make arrangements for that too. Follow us on the other social media platforms like Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat, Threads for shorter tips and clips throughout the week. Check out our merch over on the website. And with that said, get ready to rock it.
Well, I got to day 4. It was a little nerve-wracking at times, but Johnny is a great instructor. He's there with you. He's my safety net. I do plan on trying to come back next year to work on it better because the weather wasn't, to me, beneficial for me, and some things happened. But anyway, I do feel like I've accomplished something. I will go back home and practice. Well, there's not a deep end with the pool I have, so I won't be nervous. So I will practice with my kickboard and even these pineapples. I won't get it down. So when he sees me again, he's going to be impressed. But by all means, if you have any problems with swimming, hesitations about the water, this is the man to come to. Thanks, everybody. Enjoy.
All right.